Having a great day. This is Late Night Vampire, your boy Rich from Rich to Be Live. Now, the reason why I'm live right now and interactive with you guys is because there may actually be a cure. Believe it or not, may be a cure for the coronavirus. Check this out. And I have some evidence of it. Let me show you guys. A Canadian company has claimed it's found the cure for the deadly coronavirus. Medicago, a biopharmaceutical company in Quebec City, funded by the Pentagon, said that it has produced a COVID-19 vaccine just 20 days after receiving the coronavirus genetic sequence, using a unique technology that they soon hope to submit for FDA approval. The company's CEO, Bruce Clark, said his company could produce as many as 10 million doses, and we like to bring it to you first. And I thought you needed to know that there may actually be a cure. Imagine that. If regulatory hurdles can be cleared, Mr. Clark said on Thursday, the vaccine could become available as soon as November, potentially be 6 months away from a cure. The deadly virus, which has been officially declared. This is huge news, guys. 34 infected. These numbers are just getting frightening. 5,436 deaths. 72,529 recovered. Scary to think the death toll and the wow, this is now in 145 countries. Unbelievable. 250 deaths in Italy overnight. Oh my gosh. What's happening in Italy is frightening. 2,000 new cases in Spain overnight. Oh my goodness. 133 deaths in Spain, 47 overnight. 1,289 cases in Iran. Overnight. 514 deaths in Iran. 85 deaths overnight in Iran. Wow. Despite the stock market going up today in America, it hasn't been a good day. 594 new cases in America. 50 death numbers when I'm looking. 56 new cases overnight in Canada. We are now at 200 cases across Canada. Frightening, just frightening what's happening here. But there may be a cure, and we may be 6 months away. I have no idea what the world's going to look like in 6 months, but we may be 6 months away. We may be 6 months away, folks, which means that there may be an end in sight. So we need to protect ourselves for at least 6 months. Medicago isn't the first research lab to claim it has found a cure, but Mr. Clark said that his company's technique, which he said has already been proven effective in producing vaccines for seasonal flu, is more reliable and easier to scale. There are a couple of others who are claiming that they have, well, we will call them vaccines for COVID-19, he told. Hopefully, they'll be successful. Mr. Clark said his team were able to create a vaccine so quickly because they used plants, not chicken eggs, as a bioreactor for growing vaccine proteins. Medicago doesn't work with live virus. Instead, the team inserts a genetic sequence into a soil bacteria, which is taken up by the plants, which then reportedly begin to produce the protein that can be used as a vaccine. If the virus begins to mutate, Mr. Clark said, as is expected for COVID-19, they can just update the production using new plants. That's the difference between us and egg-based methods, he said. We go directly to producing the vaccine. New drugs and vaccines usually go through a strict regime of phased clinical trials. Phase 1 trials involve dispensing the drug to a small group to test adverse effects. Mr. Clark said that using plants also made the vaccine much easier to produce at a large scale, and that once the company got the green light, it would be able to produce 10 million vaccine doses a month, which is the largest number I've heard. Our basic plan is to be in human studies, phase 1, by the July timeframe, and then it would depend quite extensively on the decisions the regulators make in terms of the hurdles they want us to have in the normal course of development. He said, I'm sure that based on what is happening globally, they're going to rush it. I will say our intention, taking a very standard approach, is that by November, we will have completed phase 3 in clinical trials, allowing the vaccine to be made widely available to the public. What do you think of this news? Pretty big news, right? This is news we needed, right? What do you guys think about this news? I think it's pretty big news. Virgo King, what's up, man? Big Graphic says, so which stocks? This isn't a public company, I don't believe. Big Graphic says, they said hockey got canceled, so Canada got straight to work. Yeah, I mean, we don't like missing out on our hockey night in Canada, right? Nobody, and that's the one in Canada. But that's not the only cure. Hold on, there's more. I got more good news for you on this Saturday. We don't want to panic. We want to find solutions, not problems, right? Isreali Research Center in understanding the virus, the sources say, but a long process of preclinical and clinical trials is to follow. Scientists at Israeli Institute for Biological Research are expected to announce in the coming days that they have completed development of a vaccine for the new coronavirus COVID-19. According to medical sources, the scientists have recently had a significant breakthrough in understanding the biological mechanism and qualities of the virus, including better diagnostic capability, production of antibodies for those who already have the virus, and development of a vaccine. The development process requires a series of tests and experiments that may last many months before the vaccination is deemed effective or safe to use. Asked about the development, the Defense Ministry said there has been no breakthrough in the efforts of the Biological Institute to find a vaccine for the coronavirus or to develop testing kits. The Institute work is conducted according to an orderly work plan, and it will take time. If and when there will be something to report, it will be done in an orderly fashion. The Biological Institute is a world-renowned research and development agency which relies on experienced researchers and scientists with great knowledge and quality infrastructure. There are now more than 50 experienced scientists working at the Institute on researching and developing a medical remedy for the virus. This is what we need. We need a cure. We need a cure. Hell yeah. We need a cure. We need a cure. I'm tired of reading about all the doom and gloom. We needed a cure. So, Canada, let's go. Israel, let's go. Everybody all over the world, let's go. We need a cure. And if this means it's going to be November, then we got to find a way to protect ourselves for 6 months. Why are you confused? One company in Canada has now said that they have a vaccine, and a company in Israel is also saying that they have a vaccine. That as quickly as this has come, there will be a cure, and we will beat this, and it will go. As quickly as it comes, it will go. But we got to find a way to protect ourselves, because the company in Canada is saying that we will not have a vaccine on the shelves for the public until November. That's 6 months. 6 months. No, wheat stocks are definitely not looking good. But the reason that the wheat stocks are not looking good is because none of these companies know how to make money. None of these weed companies know how to make money. They're getting eaten by the black market. And then by the time they pay their taxes and they pay their employees, they're all losing money. So that's the reason why the wheat stocks are struggling. So I've been diversifying for months, and now I'm starting to really load up on Visa, MasterCard, and I want to get American Express. Probably pick that up next week. Should have got it on the dip. And, I'm looking at just investing in the best companies, to be quite frank, and not really wasting my time with penny stocks and anything that is risky. Just investing in the best companies at the lowest prices. I think that's the smart way to do it. But right now, I'm really focused on us finding a cure. So we have a little window of opportunity here where hopefully we're not going to get to the point where it is in Europe. But in Europe, oh my goodness, it's getting ugly. So we may find a cure here, folks, and we may find a cure soon. And if the FDA pushes some of these vaccines sooner, maybe we can get it on the shelves even sooner. Yeah, you know what? The COVID stocks seem very, very dangerous right now. I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm looking at positioning myself in. I'm really looking at positioning myself, I'm going to be honest with you, in more like Visa, Costco, Walmart, American Express, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Netflix, Apple. Maybe not so much Apple because they still have a lot of exposure to China. But we got to invest in the best on the dips. So we need to hunt the best companies on the dips. Justin, one of our members, was telling me about all the Canadian banks to invest in the best companies that are making the most money. Keep it simple. David says, love your passion, Rich. Hey, man. The biggest problem that I have is I'm losing my voice because I'm constantly talking. I've been going live so much that I'm losing my voice. Don says, VXL was a great pick. Heard it here a few days ago. Yeah, we got a lot of members talking about great picks all the time here. So that's what makes this community so special. Dylan Fraser says, banks in America look ripe. Yeah, and Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Bank of America, US Bank. I think everyone has to be looking at those stocks. I won't touch airlines. I won't touch cruise ships for a long time, personally. Yeah, I mean, I think I just lost my voice because I started screaming because we may have a cure. We may have a cure, folks. Do you know how big that is? I've been reporting on this for 6 weeks. Is it 7 weeks? I don't even know. 6 or 7 weeks. And I just want a cure, man. At this point, I just want a cure. Because what's happening in Europe is just plain just scary. Look at the death toll in Italy. The death toll in Italy is frightening. Frightening. We don't want that here in Canada. We definitely don't want that in America. We don't want that anywhere else in the world. We don't even want that in Italy. So we need a cure. We need a vaccine right now. So if it's 6 months, then we got 6 months to quarantine, stay safe, and stay out of large public places and treat each other with respect. Don't fight over toilet paper. Don't fight over food. Still treat each other with respect. The world will move on. We will have a vaccine and we will get better and we will beat this. I believe that. I believe we're going to beat this. I really do. Justin says BMO, TD, RBC, CIBC, BNS. I love what you're thinking. You know what? I might buy all 5, Justin. Just for you, bro. But I'm just worried, how is the oil war going to affect those 5 stocks and those 5 banks? Now, Trump did say today that the price of oil is dirt cheap and they're going to be buying it all up. That was pretty impressive. I was impressed with Trump today. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's a leader that showed a lot of gusto today. I mean, forgiving all student loan interest on debts, that is so big. Because you got to understand, those are parents that are paying a lot of those student loan debts, right? So that takes a huge chunk of debt off the books for a lot of Americans and young adults. And stimulating small businesses with loans is huge for the economy. Payroll tax cuts is huge for the economy. And now an announcement that we may have a cure, and not just in Canada, but in Israel. So we may have multiple cures. This tells me that we will find a cure. That gives me hope. I hope it gives you hope. What do you guys think about that? Lisan is saying, would you please share the link you are reading? Yeah, absolutely. I am fully transparent here, and I love to share with the people because you guys love to share with me. And thank you guys for sharing your knowledge with me. And I love sharing my knowledge with you. I have been reporting on this coronavirus now for 6 weeks. Oh, the link's too long. Oh, no. Should work. There you go. You guys see the link? The Village 70 says, what's up, everybody? Cali in the house. What's going on in Cali? Is there food on the shelves in groceries, or is everybody going crazy this weekend and buying everything in the store? D. Walty says, check the universal vaccine. You can find it. Info. It's in last phase. Thank you for sharing. We need to find these vaccines, man. And I know Gilead Sciences is obviously working on a vaccine. I know biopharmaceuticals is working on a vaccine. So there's so many companies working on a vaccine, and I think soon we're going to find a cure, guys. I think we're going to find a cure. That's what we need, some positive news. David Dickerson says, I need a loan to invest in the market. Buy the dips, brother. Drum Wolf 100 says, what do you think of Tilray as a bargain buy? There's only a few cannabis companies that I'd be interested in at this point, and I would just say Tilray is not one of them at this point. They've really kind of dropped the ball. A lot of Canadian companies have just dropped the ball. They've disappointed. Let's just put it that way. Dylan Fraser says, wow, Tilray, 90 million at 4 and change. Wow. Bible Thumper says, everyone is going crazy and buying everything in the store. And that's why I'm saying buy Visa, MasterCard, American Express. People are racking up their credit cards, guys. You know they're racking up their credit cards to buy that toilet paper. So Visa, MasterCard, American Express, I think Costco and Walmart. People. Dylan says, wow, Tilray, 90 million at 4 and change. Wow. Yeah, it's I mean, I like Tilray, but they're just disappointing. Their numbers are disappointing. So I'm not putting my money in something that's disappointing. The Village says, no food, no water, no toilet paper. Yeah, it's people are preparing, like NBA season shut down, Major League Baseball shut down, Major League Soccer shut down, National Hockey League shut down. People are starting to realize, oh my God, this is real. Everything's shutting down. Jobs are being cut. Kids are being, let out of school. People are being told to work from home. Everyone's in self-isolation. Our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau's wife, has the virus. Tom Hanks has the virus. Multiple basketball players have the virus. Multiple soccer players have the virus. So we now know anybody can get this virus. It's not just a Chinese problem. D. Walty says it's been in last phase 3. Mo gave half people not infected placebo on other real vaccines. It's almost done. Dylan Fraser says, I'm sure it will get bought up at this point. D. Walty says, and like I said, gave them $7 billion a month ago. $7 billion. Wow. Say Woon says, how long would it take to manufacture as many vaccine doses as needed? I have no idea. That's a good question. But the company from Canada is saying that they can do 10 million doses a month. Justin MacArthur says, Aurora's number one fan says, ACB no bueno. Man, ACB, I can't even look at ACB right now. I can't even look at ACB right now. That's like the family member that became the black sheep, you know? That's like, what the hell happened, man? Drumwolf 100 says, how many companies are currently in phase 1 vaccine testing? It's a good question. I don't know. I just want to find a cure. I just want to find a cure, man. Justin says, last report, not good. Yeah, Aurora's turned into a nightmare. D. Walty says, a lot only in Universal is almost incomplete. The Village 70 says, yo, bro, did your prime minister's wife get the virus? Yeah, she has the virus. Industrial Ship says, late night TV shut down. Well, you still got your boy Rich late night. You got your late night vampire right here. I got Chinese food coming right now. So I'm going to go pretty soon. I'm not going to stay too long, but I just want to let you guys know that there is a cure. We will find a cure. We'll find a cure. I predicted this would get really bad. It has. I predicted 100 countries, deaths in Canada, and deaths in the States 7 weeks ago. And that's exactly what we have. We have 145 countries, deaths in Canada, deaths in the States, and a massive outbreak right now happening in Europe, which is really scary, specifically in Italy. D. Walty says, and Fucci is doctor on this vaccine. Bit Graphic says Costco doesn't make money by selling their products, though. They make money off their memberships. So no point in investing in Costco stock. I don't know about that. Costco stock's been doing well. So I don't know if that's the right attitude, to be honest with you. Paul Luke says, if you run out of toilet paper, don't worry. Jump in the shower. Water and soap does wonders, I heard. Yeah, don't waste your money on toilet paper. Waste your money. Invest your money on food. Tyrone says, and Trump has it. Everybody around him have it. Steven says, Rich called it first. Smash the like. Yo, thank you, Steven. Appreciate you, brother. Cubics Music Hub says, do you think it is good to invest? I do. I think the key is to invest in the best at the lowest prices. And I feel like we are going to find a cure. Seems as though we continue to hear companies saying that they have a cure. We're going to find a cure. I feel now more than ever that we're going to find a cure. I feel like we're closer to finding a cure now than ever. States is focused on finding a vaccine. And I think that that's smart for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is a huge charitable organization, I think the largest in the world. And this is just going to bring more exposure to his organization. Traveler in Time says it would take about a year to vaccine everyone, but that's if a lot of companies are producing it. Steven says, holding my Bitcoin for 5 years anyways. Don't panic, sell, buy the dips. The Village 70 says, Yo, I might buy some Norwegian cruise line stocks. I would stay away because you know what the cruise lines guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys and the airlines. You guys do not understand how this is going to affect their financials. Their financials are going to be so greatly affected. We might be able to buy these stocks on 10 cents a dollar in the next 6 months because people are not going to fly and people are not going to go on cruises for the next 3 to 6 months until we find a vaccine. So you're going to see them lose like billions of dollars. Those industries will lose billions and billions of dollars. Guy Fisher says people are still taking it as a joke in America, and it is only going to get worse from here. Hopefully, it gets better. Hopefully, we find a cure and it gets better. But yes, it will get worse before it gets better. I agree. But I do believe that a cure is in sight. I believe that the cure could be around the corner and we could be turning the corner and we could be finding a cure soon. So many people are saying that they have a vaccine. Hopefully, we find one soon. Deadline. Yeah. Tyrone says, Bill, step down. Everyone is out. Troy Welsh says, the company with the cure, is it publicly traded? I don't believe it is. I think these are private companies. Like I said, at this point, I don't even care about that right now. I just want to find a cure for humanity. Yeah, it would be great to figure out what these public companies are, and that's what I'm going to try to do, obviously. But I don't believe this company's public. I mean, Medicago is the name of the company, but it might be Medicago. Let's see. Um, check Medicago. Medi- Yeah, I don't see no Medicago, but I might be wrong. If you guys know of the symbol, please let me know. Industrial Ship says CDC estimates year to year and a half to get the vaccine. We need to do it sooner. I don't want to wait a year to a year and a half to find a vaccine. We need to rush it. We need to do it sooner. Remy says it's the 5G tower that's causing this coronavirus. You know, there's a lot of people saying that. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but there's a lot of people saying that 5G is causing a lot of problems. John Burger Balls and French Fries says, "Hey brother Rich, did you see Dan Bilzerian Instagram page? He just told everyone to get his product on Canva. Take a look at his Instagram. Oh, that's big. That's big. Yo, what's up, Wudang? Wudang says, take a look at RHHBY Rich. Oh, buddy, you know I'm doing a video on that one. I don't want to talk about it too much. The cat out of the bag, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm on it. Trust me. I'm on it. Dylan Fraser says, Troy, I tried to find it and I couldn't. It's the same article I saw. Tyrone says, bonds are still hot. New Brunswick closed all schools. Mr. D says, brand new investor here, only have 20 shares of INO with an average of 11.13. I plan to hold. You agree with that? If you get a chance to get out with profit, I would get out with profit. These markets are very, very dangerous. And right now, Inovio Pharmaceuticals is being investigated for securities fraud thanks to Citron Research. Hey, thumbs up, Tyrone. Thank you, my friend. Ayaz says, Rich, VIR or INO? Which one? Ooh, that's tough, man. If I had to choose one vaccine company that's public right now, I'd probably have to choose Roche, because they're working very closely with the Chinese government. I think they might find a cure pretty soon. And then INO is right there. So is VIR. So, I mean, there's a lot of good companies out there. Angela Rivas says, breaking news, Chinese President XI just gave national address threatening America, saying USA government is responsible for the virus in China. XI canceled all medical medicine trade with America. Is that true? Whoa, that's some crazy stuff if that's true. Angela Rivas says, news video for this is in my playlist. China XI threatens America, cancels medical trade. Video from China News. Whoa, that's some crazy. If that's true, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Eric says, Vaxil Bio. Lisan says, the biopharma successfully produced vaccine and antibody. Medicago's platform can produce both vaccine and antibody candidates against COVID-19 disease. That's the one, bro. Hopefully that's going to be the cure, man, right here in Canada. Shark Ship says, yeah, I seen the video of them working in the biolab with the coronavirus testing. Takes a long time, they were saying. They did say they are going to as fast as they can. Traveler in Time says, they have to make sure the vaccine is safe. It would be very bad to find out a year later that the vaccine makes everybody unable to have kids. That would ensure our extinction. I agree. It's a very, very dangerous situation. Tina B says, regardless of the merit of the claim, how do you think this investigation will hurt? INO. I think it's going to hurt the stock price. And option. You know what? I haven't heard that, but I need to do some research. Mike S says, I just tuned in. Is this an actual vaccine? Yes, this is an actual vaccine. David says, so is INO just garbage now? No, because INO is also working on a vaccine. Eric Purcell says, an Israeli company, VXL? Breaking this is nuts. Sharky says, why are you still holding INO? I'm not holding INO. I never bought INO. Eric Purcell says, a Canadian company, VXL, they are the same company. Are they the same company? I'm going to do more research on VXL. David Dickerson says, Moderna was first to trials and has the best outlook overall. Yeah, mRNA looks really good too. Angela Rivas says, I only report real news. I mod for a lot of news channels on YouTube. This puts a real hurt on American citizens whose lives depend on those medicines from China. That's, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Linda says, I sold ACB, took a $500 loss, sold NEO. Big Graphic says, do you think the stock market will not go lower as of how it is now because of this news with a cure? The market can always go down. Like if right now America's going to go to war with China, I mean, that could be crazy. If China literally is saying right now that they are blaming America for this, I mean, I don't even know what to think about that. Let me just check. I want to see if this is real news. Because that would be very, I don't know how. That's a pretty big declaration. I don't see anything yet about that in the major news, but it might have just broke, so we'll see. It's a very fluctuation. We live in a crazy world where things are changing so fast. Lee San says Medicago is the stock to buy now, but what's the symbol for Medicago? Remy Red says it's going to be excuse me. It's going to be a purge. I hope not. I don't want to see a real life purge. That wouldn't be very cool. Ayaz says, how many years will it take for ACB to recover? ACB might not even be in business if they don't get their act together soon. Remy Red says the market is going to drop 10 to 15 points more. Boris says, crazy. I bought ABX this week for safety. Tough time for investors in anything. You think we go lower on the Dow this week? It's really hard to tell, man. This week's been nuts. What's the Roche ticker symbol? Oh man, that's a secret. Is the cure designed to treat old people? Those are good questions. I think the cure is going to be designed to treat everybody. Traveler in Time says this snowball is just starting to gain speed. Don't hold your breath on the market going up. I think that we're going to find a cure. And I think the market will go up and down because that's just what the market does. But over time, the market will go up because historically the market just goes up. So I believe it will continue to go up. Prices and buy the best, guys. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Costco, Walmart, top Canadian banks, top US banks, FANG stocks, Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google, Amazon, Twitter. These are the best companies in the world. And I say load up on the dips. Now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here at Rich TV Live. Always invest in the best. The best is blessed. And don't panic, guys. We'll find a way through it. We always do. Humans are very resilient. Mike says, even if there is a cure, it takes months to develop and get out. COVID-19 will continue to spread, dragging the stock market lower. Yeah, but we have a cure. Like there's Canada that's saying that they have a cure now. There's Israel saying that they have a cure now. We have a cure. And this Canadian company, Medicago, is saying that it could be on shelves as early as November. We're at mid-March, April, May, June, July, August, November, 6 months to hopefully be free and clear of this terrible, terrible virus. So I think that that's good news and it's something to be, excited about. Mike says, I think we may go down around 20% more, to be honest, and then I'll be buying more. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not telling you when to buy. We're strictly for education, entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything. He says, really hard to tell after today's spike. I think it's really hard to tell when you look at the fact that on Monday, the market was down 2,000 points. Tuesday, the market was up 1,100 points. Wednesday, the market was down. Thursday, the market was down 2,300 points. And today, the market was up almost 2,000 points. How the hell are you supposed to know where this market's going to go? It's impossible for anybody to know where this market's going to go. All you can do is invest in the best companies on a dip. MDG is Medicago Inc. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Lisan. Let's go. MDG. Let's go. MDG. I don't see MDG anywhere. I don't see MDG anywhere. Rich, I own INO at 8. Do I hold or sell? I'll keep you guys updated. Canadian company saying that they have a cure will be in shelves in November. Israeli company saying that they have a cure. This is great news. Have a great weekend. This is your Late Night Vampire, Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Don't panic, guys. Peace.